morning students, welcome back to e-commerce class. Okay, last class we discussed electronic business strategy and electronic strategy. In an exam for a short term question, they'll ask that question for only for 5 marks. For 5 marks you have to write at least half a page of electronic business strategy as well as electronic strategy. Sometimes they'll ask for 5 marks. Okay, today we are discussing a topics that is virtual organizations, virtual supply chain and advantages of virtual chains. These are also important topics of electronic commerce. Okay, these 3 topics we are discussing today. Here, virtual organizations. A virtual organization is one that doesn't exist in a physical sense but functions like a physical business unit. It doesn't exist physically, like it's not a store, it's not a shop, but functions like a physical business unit only. Okay, here an organization may be an umbrella for several outsourcing operations but not necessarily a physical entity. It's having all the work what the shop people will do, like storekeeper will maintain all the goods, everything will be maintained in one shop. Like that only it works, like whole umbrella, everything the sources are there, but it's not existed physically. So the virtual organization is called so because it is not like the traditional tangible firms. There may be people facilitating all of the third party relationships, but all core processes, whether manufacturing, service, administrative or operational, are performed outside the virtual organization. Okay, here virtual organization is not physically existed, but it's maintained through electronic media. Okay, it is physically not existed, but it functions like physical business unit only. And a virtual organizations are called imaginary organizations held together by trust, synergies of the partners, contract and information technology. They operate without long-term relationships and can be enabled or dissolved easily on a real-time basis. In coming days, virtual corporation seems to be the strategy for structuring and improving the corporation. Virtual companies are characterized by a network of internal and external relations that constantly change. Okay, these are the companies that is characterized by a network of internal and external relations that constantly change. Constantly that will change, but it will be maintained by the electronic media. In exam they will ask this question. It is also comes for short term question, short questions only for 5 marks. They will ask this one. Just you have to read the points, you have to remember the basic concept of virtual organization. Just for 5 marks you can write half of the page. Okay, in exam they will ask like this question for only for 5 marks. I am sending PDF along with this. You have to write the notes in your notebook. For every PowerPoint slides I am sending PDF file also. So neatly you write in your notebook and mention there like marks, 5 marks or 15 marks, like that you mention, and while examination it will help for you. The next one is virtual supply chain. Already we discussed supply chain management system. Okay, it is virtual supply chain. It will be asked for 5 marks in your exam. Here a virtual supply chain is a modern, flexible and information based supply chain system that uses latest computer and communication technology to acquire raw materials, manufacture products and distribute them to end users. Similar functions will be done by the virtual chain also. Here mainly computer and communication technology will be there, and it will take the raw materials and manufacture products and distribute to the end users. Same function will be done by the supply chain management system also, that will be existed physically. Through the electronic media only you are sending up products, but there the manufacturers, suppliers, retailers, customers all are involved. Here also the product will be reached to end user by the virtual supply chain. Okay. Virtual chains do not use static distribution channels, but they run by a network of internal and external relations that constantly change. Like here distribution channel means the retailer shop to the customer, or wholesaler will send to the retailer point, retailer to the customer. That channel is not there, but in electronic media the orders will be passed through the electronic media itself. Through the network, internal and external relations will be maintained and it will be changing constantly. Here they use internet and e-commerce services for moving the information down the supply chain instantly and integrate the chain partners. This helps in tracing and pushing the product or service quicker through the supply chain in virtual supply chain. And in electronic commerce, businesses require to integrate two kinds of activities here. Ones that are embedded into the physical value chains and the other that are built through information into the virtual chain. There will be two chains, physical chain, already we discussed this one, virtual chain. In e-commerce, more and more value chain activities are conducted electronically. Therefore, businesses should understand the implication of the virtual supply chain activities. Here, virtual supply chain operates in changing business environment. The virtual supply chain often focuses on the solution to builds, tasks and projects. Here concrete is nothing but builder, builds, tasks and projects. After solving the task and completing the project, virtual supply chain is dissolved and new one is formed with new combination of partners. Here whenever the customer orders the product, that time the virtual chain will be built. That product will be ordered by the customer, that will be recorded through the virtual chain. And whenever the manufacturer will send it to retailer, the retailer again it will be sent to the main point where the customer is located. Okay, there will be again that virtual chain will be maintained up to that. After that the product will be delivered to the customer. Okay, that ends your one virtual chain. Okay, that whatever the chain they recorded in the computers, that will be vanished. Again whenever the new customer orders the product, again that chain they will be maintaining in computers. Okay, again with a different combination of partners. Like this the virtual supply chain, it will be constantly, it will be changing, okay, by customer to customer. Then the dominant organization in the chain, called often as a broker, uses temporary partners for a specific task. The dominant firm replaces fixed connections with flexible ones based on prior selection of alternatives that require managers to communicate tasks to members. This form of coordination has been possible only with the extensive use of advanced computer technologies and telecommunication. Okay, this is about your virtual supply chain. Like in a virtual supply chain, computer technology is very important and you require telecommunication also, and the IT technology, internet technology is must and should. Whenever the customer will order, that chain will be formed. Again, after receiving the product and all, the chain will be disconnected and again it is formed to another customer, another partner. Like this it will be changing constantly. Okay, this is about your virtual supply chain. In exam they will ask for 5 marks. You have to write like the supply chain management is physically existed. This one is virtually existed through the technologies. Okay. Next, what are the advantages of virtual supply chain? They will ask this also for 5 marks. Okay, what are the advantages? Here the virtual chain offers a number of distinct advantages over the physical value chain. Those are as follows. First one is building strong relationships between customers and manufacturers, advertising products and services selectively with effects of audio, video and graphics, and saving time and money in efficiently processing customer orders and enquiries. Here everything is through electronic media only. So you can give attractive effective audio, video, graphics advertisements and you can save time as well as money. Like they are not taking some delivery charges and all that you can save, and the product will be advertised like this manner, like everyone will be purchasing that products and the customer will be directly connected with the manufacturers. The chain will be maintained, it will be very strong relationship with the customer and manufacturing. Okay, the product will be received within a time. Next, offers flexibility in option pricing and customization of products and service by reducing the constraints of time and space because of electronic commerce here. There will be conditions are very less and whichever product you liked in website, that will be received in your doorstep, and they are giving certain offers like you will get discounts and customized product, whichever the product you are accepted. It's like the vast products will be displayed in that based on colors, based on quality, based on prices. You can choose the product. Okay, that is there that is also one advantages of virtual supply chain. Next, virtual supply chain systems are designed for flexibility, complexity and speed in managing networks of suppliers, manufacturers, distributors and warehousing agents virtually. Like everybody is interconnected through this virtual supply chain, like who are involved in supply chain management, everybody is involved in virtual supply chain also, like suppliers will be there, manufacturers, distributors, warehousing agents, everyone is linked here. It is very flexible. And next, common system protocols which allow efficient communication, collaboration and coordination among the different vendors or sellers will let everyone work together as if they were one large business. For this, best example is the Meesho is there, Glow Road is there, and so many the business websites are there. They will provide you can be the supplier or retailer for their products. Okay, whenever you create your account in Meesho, they are sending the different varieties of products for you. You can display in your status or in your Facebook or in your Instagram or in your WhatsApp. You can attract the customer and you can keep your margin amount and you can sell the products. Okay, that like it is vast network, every product you can sell through that website and you will be getting the margin amount, like you can keep margin for you, and if the product is of 500 rupees you can add your 50 rupees benefit, 550, and you can sell the product to your customer. You are getting 50 rupees just displaying the items and you are just placing that order on behalf of your customer and you are getting the money. Okay, that you can do. Sitting from home only, that you can do. Like it is very vast, the business will be very vast. Next, here next points advantages are internet enabled infrastructure allows ease of implementation of cross checking of inventory levels, order status as well as expected product delivery schedules. Everything you can see in your mobile itself or laptop itself, like where the product reached, within how many days we are getting that delivery. Okay, and everything will be tracked and you can cross check whether the product is coming or not, within the date it may reach or not, you can cross check, everything will be displayed in your mobile itself. This is also one kind of advantage. It has the ability to decrease the time to market for a product. Yes, directly sitting from home only, without going to market, without searching any product, sitting from home only, you can order the product within a 2-3 days, you will receive the product at your doorstep. It increases profitability and reduces cost because you can compare the products with the vast market and wherever the cheapest the quality will should be there, and in that quality if you are getting a very less prices, that product you can order, that you can compare and you can reduce the cost of the product and you can get the more profit from that. These all are the advantages of virtual supply chain. Okay, sometimes they will ask this for 5 marks, you have to write in detail. Okay, in a short questions this also will come. Okay, you write this in your notebook, just to write like 5 marks, like 15 marks, whichever question I have given, same thing you mention and you start reading from now itself. Okay. Okay, next class is the last class of e-commerce. We are discussing the electronic business project planning. That question sometime they will ask for 15 marks. In the next class we will discuss that. That is our last class in online for unit 4, that is electronic commerce. Okay, have a good day, be healthy and be happy.